Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beer Review. So today we're going back as part of my 2024 rediscovering of supermarket beers. I'm going for this one. So from Abbot Ale, from Greene King, it's their Abbot Reserve, 6.5%, comes in a clear bottle, and I know that offends a lot of people. From the master brewers of Abbot Ale comes the super premium beer, Abbot Reserve, brewed in limited quantities, but in every supermarket. This is an exceptional treat for that special occasion. Abbot Reserve is a distinctive, full-bodied, smooth and mature beer, bursting with rich fruit cake and toffee flavour. 6.5%, like it says. And let's see how it plays. I've not had it for a while, actually. I have reviewed it a couple of times on the channel. It's been part of beer versus beer many a time. Dried fruitcake on the aroma straight away there. It's readily available. It's on a 4 for $7 in Morrison's. I'm not sure about other supermarkets. Not been to a supermarket for a while because technically the wife does the shopping these days, so I don't need to, which is great because I don't really want to either. I know it's nice looking at the beers, but I don't want to look at the rest of the shopping. So it's an amber pour, less than a finger of white head, bit of sporadic carbonation going off. Dried fruitcake on the nose, dried fruitcake on the taste. Lovely bit of toffee on the taste. Whether you like Greene King or you don't. Me being from Nottingham, I don't like what they did to Kimberley Brewery, Hardy and Hanson's. Bought the pub, stripped the brewery, closed the brewery down, sold the land off, blah blah blah. Rocking Rudolph is now the only Kimberley associated beer we see. I don't go in the pubs in Kimberley, so unless there is some Kimberley beer still being made in the Greene King in Kimberley. But obviously Greene King took over pubs. Nottingham lost some of its heritage. Beer heritage. I mean, we've lost a lot of beer heritage. We lost Home Ales, we lost Shipston's, we lost Hardy and Hanson's. Brewers with a lot of pubs between them, a lot of pubs. And you know, it's really sad, especially for me, because you know, being a beer fan from Nottingham, to see your pubs, to your brewery, your local breweries being swallowed by big breweries. However, moving away from that and just talking about the beer on its own, this is a good beer. You know, it's 6.5%. Abbott won second place in the champion beer of Britain, and at the time it caused massive controversy. However, the cask version of Abbot Ale that was at the judging was a very different beast to the one that I've drank in Greene King, because I've also drank it at the Robin Hood and Little John in Arnold, that same version of the cask, and it was in a lot better condition than anything I ever drank in a Greene King pub, which begs the question, what the hell's going off? Are Greene King pubs not very good at looking after their pumps? Or is there a more substandard version in their pubs, and a different version that goes out to on sale? It does beg the question. Now, from what I've heard, there was a small batch version of Abbott brewed for the champion beer. Who knows? Who knows? But I've tasted that version, and it was very, very good. But I've also tasted Abbot in Greene King pubs, and it's been woeful compared to what I know. So, begs the question. There are equations that you can put into place to work out yourself and think, well, are the lines bad? Did it not clean the lines? Did it not maintain the beer to its best? Or is it just the fact that there are two versions? There's an exterior version of Abbot Ale and an interior version for Greene King pubs only. Me being the sceptical person I am, I would think there's two versions, but like not a weaker version, but yeah. But why would you brew two versions? You wouldn't do it, would you? You'd just brew the beer and sell the beer. You wouldn't prat about unless there's a way of making it cheaper. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, we'll talk about this beer now. It started to go off on a real tangent there, and breweries do beers for pubs and that, and basically they just change the name of the beer. So I'll give you an example. The Byron's Rest in Hucknall. There's a Byron's Rest bitter made by Magpie Brewery. And all it is a rebranded bitter with the Byron's Rest name on. Can't fault Byron's Rest for that. Can't fault Magpie really, you know. But it is the exact same beer as what it would be in another place, just a different name. Some breweries don't want you to know that information. I know that at the Star in Beeston, when Totally Brewed was still around, they had Stargazer, but it was also known as Slap in the Face. The owner of Totally Brewed got well pissy with me, not to my face because he'd got some back, but told his sales bloke, and he says, "Tell Raggy to stop fucking saying it's the same beer." That was dead mardy. Everyone knew anyway. Lovely 6.5% flavour on this. I actually really like this beer, and I think it's one of the, the top 5 supermarket beers. Or is it? There are a lot of good. When we break it down, the supermarket beers, there's a lot of very good beers, depending on what you like. If you like a strong beer with the fruitcake flavour, this, Broadside, Golden Pride even, Old Tom in some ways, King Goblin, Rig Welter. I would have said 1698, but it's not the same beer anymore. Bloody ruined a beer. Ruined one of the best beers in the country. Absolutely pees me off in a grand sense. Oh. Absolutely top notch all day long. Would I drink this again? Yeah. It's a beast of a beer. Like I say, 6.5%, 4 for £7. Yeah, it's not as cheap as it used to be years ago. Prices have gone up everywhere. We all know this, you know. Partly government, partly supermarket greed. Because they aren't giving the breweries any more for the beers than they have done for years. But nonetheless, it's a good beer, and it, for me, it cements the fact that modern traditional is still absolutely so relevant, because modern traditional is lasting years, whereas your craft stuff comes and goes like wano. And you know, you get a decent craft beer and then they'll change the recipe or they'll do something different. I get why, but if you like a certain beer, your mod trads are the ones to go for, because you know that it's going to be the same beer next year. It's going to be should be the same beer 5 years on. There's that balance between new beers all the time and beers that constantly high quality beers. So would I drink it again? Hell yes. Out of 5 for me. I still regard this as one of the best beers in the supermarket. 4.5 out of 5. Cheers.